Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Now, hold on, let me switch. There we go. Now, it's gonna be a bit of a shorter stream today. I decided that I was not going to finish Crabarnacle off stream. So I am going to do all of that in one stream. I started a bit later than I would have wanted to, but that kind of works out since there's not really much left to do on Crabarnacle. It's just the line art, then coloring it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I'm going to be doing this stream. Maybe if I have time, I'll start on Crabuckler. But again, we will see. So, let me switch over to Clip Studio. There we go. Alright. So, I believe we can just start by... Actually, let me do a little bit of cleanup here. There's some stuff I could make a little better. And that's like... Alright, I think I'm actually good to start. Why is one of the I and X? Because it looks funny. And also, actually let me make the X look a little better now that you mention it, but Crabuckler, this I is it's gonna turn into a barnacle. Like, there's gonna be a barnacle over it, like an eye patch. Yeah, I like adding in a little bit of foreshadowing to this song is gonna drive me crazy. Let me turn it down a little actually and skip. Okay. I like adding like a little bit of foreshadowing, like usually in the middle stage, to show how I'm going to be connecting the first stage and the final stage. So let me actually pull up my sketches for the full line, so I can show this off a bit. Okay, I think I made the music a little too quiet. Okay, so the first stage, just a little crab, just a normal little crab with some coral growing on its head. And then Crabarnacle, you can see he looks mostly the same, but the coral turned into more of a bandana. It turns into more of a bandana, so it goes from just coral growing on its head to more of like an actual headpiece. And also it's standing on like a random piece of driftwood. So that's kind of tying together how it goes from this to that. This is like the middle stage showing how it gets there. So the coral just turns into a full-on pirate hat, and the driftwood becomes like a pirate ship. And see, there's more of these like barnacle-looking things growing on the coral to show like how his eye is going to become a barnacle, and the cannons coming out of his mouth kind of look similar. So yeah, the middle stage just shows how I go from point A to point B, basically. So, I guess let's just get started on the line art. Middle stage is like puberty. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. That's how it is for most starter Pokemon. See, the thing is, I'm not sure how I'm going to do the cannon coming out of its mouth for Crabuckler with this new look I'm going for with the jaw, because as you can see, I made the jaw look completely different between the original sketch. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the cannon like this. Also, I completely forgot. Like, I don't remember if this was on stream. No, I don't think this was on stream, but I was trying to figure out the typing for, Crabuckler. Yeah, okay, now that I'm thinking about it, this was not on stream. But yeah, I was struggling trying to think of the typing. And then I just remembered I already had the typing. It's water poison. That's why, like, all the barnacles are everywhere. Like, I completely forgot. That was, like, I came up with that before even making the original design. It was gonna be water poison. I was like, oh, what type do I make it? Maybe I make it like water steel, since it's like, its hand is like a sword and it has cannons in its mouth. No, I made it water poison. I already had a typing for it. Yeah, if I do end up finishing Crabarnacle with a little bit of time to spare, I will definitely move over to Crabuckler to try to at least figure out what I'm going to do for the cannons. Like, I'm just gonna throw some rough ideas on the canvas to see what sticks, but I probably won't be starting the actual sketch for Crabuckler this stream. Just really trying to figure out what I want it to look like. Hello, Michael. Is this your first time in one of my art streams? I'm pretty sure it is. First time in an art stream? Yeah. Well, welcome. These are a lot more chill. But yeah, like I was saying before you got here, I'm really probably only going to be doing Crab Barnacle on stream, or I'm probably only going to have time to do Crab Barnacle, but if I have a little bit of time when I'm done, I'm going to move on to Crab Buckler and try to figure out what I want it to look like. Because I've been slightly revamping the design of this whole line as I've been going. Like, I mean, as you can see here with the sketch and the line art. Oh, and it's playing Zora's Domain covered in poo again. I mean, this theme is kind of fitting since, like I said, this line is going to turn into a water poison. Put a little line right there. This should connect a bit better. Here we go. Now, when I'm doing the line art here, there's a lot of stuff I put in the sketch that I'm not going to include in the line art, just like how in... Let me open this up real quick. Just like how with Crabate, the bubbles on the body don't have an outline, they're just the straight color. I'm gonna be doing that here, again also with the bubbles, but also the other stuff in the sketch that you see that I'm not actually going through and making line art for. That's going to be made just purely out of the color. So if you're wondering why I'm not doing line art for some stuff, that's why. That looks better. Okay. Man, listening to the Tears of the Kingdom soundtrack just reminded me that they just confirmed that Tears of the Kingdom is not going to have DLC. And I am so upset. I am so sad. I mean, on the bright side, they have already started on the next Zelda game. Which, that is a good thing. That is a good thing. But man, I don't know. My thoughts on Tears of the Kingdom have been... I still think it's better. Don't get me wrong with what I'm about to say. I still think it's better than Breath of the Wild. But my thoughts have just been... on the game just been changing so much. Something about it just feels empty, you know? There's just something so empty about the game. And... it just... something feels off. And I don't know what it is. But there's not gonna be any DLC. What we have now is Tears of the Kingdom. We're not gonna be getting a master mode. We're not gonna be getting a master mode. We're not gonna be getting but Cass is dead. Cass is just dead. We're not gonna get any, like, bonus little story that'll, like, flesh out the sages more, because I really don't like the sages, the ancient sages. I really don't like the ancient sages, because they're not characters. They are not characters. They are tools for exposition. And that's it. And we're not gonna get more info on them. We're not gonna get more insight into the past. We're not gonna... and none of that. None of that. We just... Tears of the Kingdom, what we have now, is the game that we have. Now again, they've already started working on the next Zelda game, which is a good thing, and I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Which means we're not gonna have to wait a whole nother 6 years to even know what the next Zelda game is gonna be. Because Breath of the Wild had DLC, right? So they took more time working on the DLC for Breath of the Wild, and they didn't start working on Tears of the Kingdom until that was finished, until the DLC was finished. So that means it should theoretically be a not as long of a wait for us to know what the next Zelda game is between Breath of the Wild and the announcement for Tears of the Kingdom. And you might say, oh, but Tears of the Kingdom used the same game engine, so it was like less of a development cycle. That's not true. That's not true. Tears of the Kingdom took about the same amount of time to develop as Skyward Sword did. And Skyward Sword was a completely new engine, completely new, like, gameplay mechanics from Twilight Princess. It was completely different. But it still took the same amount of development cycle as Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. So, theoretically, it's like, even though they're making a new game from the ground up, hopefully they're making a new game from the ground up and we're not getting Breath of the Wild 3. But so yeah, it should be around the same development cycle. Which, again, like I said, they're not working on any DLC. So they're getting straight to the new game. But that just makes me... I just had a thought. That just makes me think. Every year since Breath of the Wild came out, we have had something Zelda. And that's on purpose. That's on purpose. They've wanted to release a new Zelda thing every single month. Not month, year. Why am I saying month? Every year. Every year. I'm dumb. Every year. Not month. I'm an idiot. Year. Every year since Breath of the Wild came out, we've had a new Zelda thing. 2017 was both Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess HD. 2018 was the Breath of the Wild DLC. 2019 was the Link's Awakening remake. 2020 was Age of Calamity. 2021 was the Age of Calamity DLC. Last year, what was last year? No. Wait, no, yeah, 2021 was the Age of Calamity DLC, and then 2022 was Skyward Sword HD, and this year was obviously Tears of the Kingdom. So, same game engine doesn't really mean much. Yeah, but, I mean, they also reused the whole world. They didn't need to make a whole world from the ground. Well, no, they did. They did need to make a whole world from the ground up because they tripled the size of the map. No, but, what was I saying? Oh yeah, since Tears of the Kingdom isn't getting any DLC, since they're not making any DLC, that means the DLC won't be our Zelda slot for next year. So, what Zelda things... What Zelda thing are they going to release next year? I think that has me more... You know, I don't hate the idea of a Zelda mobile game, as long as it's not stupid. But... See, I think I think I'm like more excited to find out, because I trust them on the next mainline game. I think I'm more excited to find out what other things we're gonna be getting every year until they give us the next mainline game. Because, like, what are they gonna do next year? What are they gonna give us? No, I do not want to cut the entire layer. What is this, Papa Louie? It is Papa Louie. This isn't a 15-minute... It is a 15-minute track. I'm skipping it. But yeah, that just... What are they gonna do for the next mainline game? I'm so... I'm just so intrigued to see what they are going to do next. Zelda themed Candy Crush. I'm gonna kill you, Kit Kat. No, because, what was I saying? New Super Zelda Bros. They said that the Breath of the Wild formula is what they are going to stick with for the rest of the series. So open world, more sandboxy than linear. Dungeons in any order, I'm assuming. Probably keeping the story to the, like, back burner, like they did for Breath of the Wild. Unfortunately, like they did for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, putting the story, like, in the background and putting, like, gameplay up front. Which I really hope they stop doing that. I really, really hope they stop doing that. The memory format is stupid. Like, I love the story of Tears of the Kingdom. I hate the way it was presented. I hate the way it was presented. I hate the memories. I hate the memories. I hate how the doing the dungeons in any order made it so that every single time you beat a dungeon, you get the exact same exposition every time. Exact same exposition. They need to do something different. They need to do something different than finding memories. And if we do go back to memories, or memories, like the memory format, finding random cutscenes throughout the world, they better make it a set order that you have to follow. Because that is the biggest problem with Tears of the Kingdom, that you can get the memories in any order. In Breath of the Wild, it didn't really matter that much. It didn't really matter that much because you basically already knew everything that the memories were showing you. It was more giving you character insight than anything. It was more fleshing out Zelda's character and her character arc before the Calamity, but all of the story and, like, actual world stuff that happened, you pretty much already knew. You already knew all of that. In Tears of the Kingdom, everything that they're showing you is completely new information. Completely new. Like, it's giving you story, not character insight, not character development. It's giving you actual story. Which they did give you an order. They showed you what the order you should do is, but then they're just like, oh, you want to do it out of order? Go ahead. You want to get spoiled on the biggest, biggest memory of, like, yeah, like I did! Like I did. You want to go from Zelda chilling with her great grandparents to then suddenly having one of them dead on the floor? Go ahead. You can do that. It's just such a bad format. It's such a bad format for presenting story. Again, Breath of the Wild, it worked because it wasn't trying to give you a story. It wasn't. It was showing you more of the character the character of Zelda. Okay, let me stop talking about the story. Let's see what else could they continue with, keeping with this Breath of the Wild format. I want classic items back. I really want classic items back. Like the hook shot / claw shot / whatever you want to call it was in every single 3D Zelda game until Breath of the Wild. It was not in Breath of the Wild, was not in Tears of the Kingdom, even though Tears of the Kingdom, like, could have easily had a hookshot equivalent. Oh, jeez. It could have easily had a hookshot equivalent, because it literally gives us a thing that lets us shoot straight through any ceiling above us. Just go straight through it. Like, they didn't include the hookshot in Breath of the Wild because it ruined the world exploration that was at the forefront of the game. Exploring the world was at the forefront of Breath of the Wild, and if they gave you a hookshot, that would ruin a lot of it, because that's why they gave us stamina. Because, like, stamina limits the height of cliffs you can climb until you get farther in the game. The farther in the game you get, the higher cliffs you can climb, meaning you can explore more. But in Tears of the Kingdom, you've already explored this whole map, and they know it because right out the bat, right as soon as you start the game, they give you tools that lets you fly straight through the ceiling. They give you the materials to craft a hover bike that can literally take you anywhere you want. Still didn't give us a hookshot. Still did not bring back the hookshot. Why? There's no reason. They gave us back bomb flowers instead of making bombs like the remote bombs. They gave us the bomb flowers back. So why not the hookshot? Why not bring back the hookshot? I remember there was an interview with one of the series producers. They played around with having the double claw shot in Breath of the Wild, and they were like, it makes you feel like you're swinging around the map like Spider-Man, but it does not work for the immersion of Breath of the Wild. So you already had the hookshot somewhat playable, somewhat, like, at somewhat of a stage where you could use it. Tears of the Kingdom was the perfect time to bring it back, but they didn't. I want classic items back, is what I'm saying. Where I'm going with this rant. I want classic Zelda items back. Like, Tears of the Kingdom, they brought back some more gameplay mechanics from the other games. Like, light puzzles. They brought back light puzzles. They, instead of Cryonis, they actually let you freeze water with, like, ice arrows like you could in Majora's Mask. Like, they brought back some of that classic stuff, which was great to see. I just want to see them do more next time. Like, I was really hoping in Tears of the Kingdom, if you put, like, a big wheel on your shield, then you could have been able to recreate the spinner from Twilight Princess, because that's one of my favorite Zelda items ever. But no, it doesn't work like that. Like, old Zelda items were so creative. They let you change how you played the game. And while, yeah, a lot of them were very situational gimmicks, it still gives you new things you couldn't do before. Every time you get in the old Zelda games, every time you get a new item, it's a new thing that you couldn't do before. That's not how it works in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Because at the start of the game, they give you everything new that you'll ever get. Everything new that you'll ever get, and then the rest of the game is building upon those things. Like, even when they give you a new ability, it's something you could have done before. Like, in Breath of the Wild, when they give you the Master Cycle, yeah, it's cool, wow, you have a motorcycle. It doesn't let you do anything new in the world. It's literally just a mechanical horse. It doesn't let you do anything that a horse couldn't already do for you. And then in Tears of the Kingdom, it gives you auto build later on. It's literally in the name, auto build. Like, it literally just lets you build faster. Doesn't let you do anything else. Like, getting a new item in other Zelda games, that was an event. That was something to look forward to. That's like, oh, how is this going to change how I play the game going forward? And I miss that. I miss that so much. Okay, wow, I was ranting this whole time. I think I just finished the line art. I think I finished the line art. Alright, let me stop my tangent for a second. How does this look? How does the line art look? Should I change anything? Update anything? How's it looking? Looking pretty nice, thank you. Alright, let me actually come in here and add a little bit of... Hello? Pen? There we go. Mr. Welcome back, Master Sock. Welcome back. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed my tangent, my Zelda tangent. I'm mainly, for the next Zelda game, I'm excited to see the new game engine. Because while yes, Tears of the Kingdom was a fantastic game, it didn't really give me that feeling that, oh my god, I'm playing a new game. It was, oh my god, I'm playing Breath of the Wild 2. Yeah, the game was amazing. It was still the Breath of the Wild engine. It was still something I was familiar with. So it wasn't that feeling of playing a brand new game. So I'm just excited to see how different the next Zelda game is. And yeah, I'm just going back to thinking about what they could do besides the next mainline Zelda game from now on every year until the next mainline Zelda game comes out. Because again, that's their plan. So something that I was thinking, what they're probably gonna do eventually is giving us remakes of the Oracle games in the style of Link's Awakening. That's like the Link's Awakening remake. That's my assumption of something they're gonna do. Because the Oracle games basically were the same engine as the original Link's Awakening. Like, same art style and everything. It was pretty much the same. Hold on. Oh, no, not Oracle. If they do that, I would actually play an Oracle game. Can you believe it? Are they? Yes, they are. They are. They are on. Or well, I don't know if they're out yet. I know they said it was coming. I know they said that it was coming to the Nintendo Switch Online. I just don't know if it's out yet. But yeah, Oracle game remake, I'm expecting. Not sure what else they could do. I mean, if you think about it, if you really think about the pattern that they've stuck with so far with the HD remakes, 2027 would be the year they gave us Breath of the Wild HD, because all the other HD remakes were 10 years after the original. 2027 would be the year they would give us Breath of the Wild HD, which I'm not sure how they would even do that. I am not sure how that would be possible. But if it were to happen, that would be when it happens. Wind Waker HD. No, we already passed that. Or, well, no. Technically, for Wind Waker HD, we have about, what, 3 more months? three more months before they're too late? Because, yeah, Wind Waker HD, that was 2013. So, if they're giving us Wind Waker HD, that's gotta be this year. Time's running out, Nintendo. Wind Waker 4K. When we have a new Nintendo console by 2027, most likely, I'm just... The thing is, with an artistically stylized game like Breath of the Wild, it's not trying to be realistic graphics. It's not trying to be realistic graphics, so there's only so much you can do to enhance the visuals of a stylized game like Breath of the Wild. Like the cel-shaded art style, they can't really do much. Like at a certain point you'll hit a wall. With like photorealistic games, those are always going to be getting better. Those are going to be constantly getting better looking, but with stylized games, you're going to hit a wall with how good you can make it look. Like that's just a fact. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like what I was saying is that I don't think like a graphical update from or a graphical upgrade from a new console would be enough to justify a Breath of the Wild HD, you know? I think I can start coloring this now. So, let me grab this. I actually kind of wanted to make this more purple. More of like a bluey purple. But I don't want it to look that... I don't want the color to be that different. Yeah, basically, the moral of this whole tangent I've been on, this whole stream basically, I am excited and nervous for the future of the Zelda series. That's basically the summary. Is that color too different? Is this color too different? Does this... Okay, does the color going from this to that look like a natural progression for an evolution, basically? Nope, wrong layer, wrong layer, wrong layer, wrong layer, wrong layer. I think it's too different. I think it's too different. I definitely want it to be a little more purple, but it's too different. I don't know how to make this blue look more purple without it being a drastically different color. Oh, that might actually work. I think I like that. I just had to give one more attempt. I think I like that. God, my room is getting hot again. I had my air conditioner on for a while before I started the stream, so I could kind of cool my room down and not have to worry about the sound. But my room just heated up like so quickly again. I really don't want to turn on my air conditioner. It's so loud. It's so loud. And then when I turn on my air conditioner, I have to turn up the background music to make up for it. It's this whole thing. But I'm so hot. It's so hot. What do you mean clip that out of context? What is there to clip out of context? What, me saying, oh, I'm so hot? Wow. Wow. That's such a funny, out of context thing for me to say. Put this in the thumbnails of your out of context compilations, everyone. Isn't that such a funny thing I said? Well, my fans will get a good chuckle out of this. Ah, Muktarak! Muktarak jump scare. Okay, now here's the question. Do I change the color of the jaw? Do I change the jaw's color? Let me make it a little more dark. let's see. Okay, what's better, having the jaw like that or having the jaw the other color? I like it darker. The darker one looks better. I need to fill in. Okay, there are a few little empty spaces here. What's the theme of the region? It is going to be a fusion-based region. The gimmick is going to be fusion. And I am not basing it on a real location because I know next to nothing about other cultures. I know next to nothing about my own culture, actually. I'm like one of the least cultured people you will ever meet. So I am not going to attempt to represent an entire culture on my own in a Pokemon region, so I'm just not going to. A region will be more, it'll be more based on like a fantasy like setting, and if you want to visualize it, imagine Wind Waker mixed with Tears of the Kingdom. That's basically what I'm going for. There's going to be a big ocean. There's going to be lots of floating islands. And the games are going to be called... And the reason for this is because the games are called Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Sea. So you got the wind, the islands in the sky, and then the sea, the ocean. So yeah, that's basically my idea so far. And what I am drawing right now is the middle stage for the water starter. And if you are unfamiliar with the rest of the Pokemon I've drawn, this region, since it's based on fusion, is going to have two different sets of starters. So you have the classic grass, water, grass, water, fire starters, and then the secondary set of starters you can choose from are dark, fighting, psychic. So you pick one from the first set, and then you pick another from the other set, and right off the bat, you can fuse them. So if you want a water dark starter, you can pick the water and the dark starters. If you want a water fighting starter, then pick water and then fighting. Or maybe you want a grass dark starter. That's basically the idea I was going with there. Oh yeah, this is the first stage, by the way. I'm gonna use this purple for most of it. And actually, I am going to step aside for a second. I will be back in not too long. So, yeah, I guess I will be right back. Hello, I return. Oh my god, 5 viewers? Wow, I think that's the I think that's the most I've ever had at one time for one of these streams. And that happened while I was on the Be Right Back screen. That's crazy. Dr. Lucky, I do not have an Instagram. I don't at the moment have plans to make an Instagram, but I do have a Twitter, and I will probably, when I'm at least done making the starters, when I'm done making the starters, I'll probably start posting these to Twitter. I believe my Twitter is linked on my homepage on YouTube, so if you want to go follow that. Again, it'll be a while probably before I start actually posting these on Twitter, because like I said, I'll probably want to finish the starters first. Ooh, yeah, I like the purple. I like making it more purple than the pink it was. But yeah, my previous streams, I've made the entire line for the Dark Starter. So if you wanted to go check out some of my previous streams and see the process of that... Okay, wait, I do not want to make that the same color. The entire drawing process of the Dark Starters are... have been documented in my streams. Is that... Did I accidentally make that brighter? That's brighter than the other colors. I don't want it to be brighter. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that looks better. That's better. Another thing that I'm probably going to be planning on doing with these Pokemon, I'm most likely going to make videos going over my designs. But again, just like with posting the designs elsewhere, I'm most likely going to wait until I finish drawing all the starters. Okay, now what's a good color for the wood? No, I don't like that. Should it be, like, dark or light? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like how that looks. Should I make it lighter? Like, more pale? Is that better or worse than it was before? I think I like the darker one better. But I still don't like this color. I still don't like the color. What if I make it a little darker? Nope. Huh. Let me start putting these colors off to the side here to help me decide better. Oh, oops. Here, let me do this. A little more pale. Don't like the paler wood. Why is this so hard? Why is color theory so hard? It's just wood. I'm just supposed to be making a plank of wood. Why is the color shouldn't be this hard to do? What is this? Of course it's Rayman. Get out of here. Okay, more lyrical things. Oh, the same song! It was the same song! There. Okay. What about this one? Okay. Okay, I like this one the most. I like this one the most. I think I'm gonna stick with this color for now. Okay, now... I am about out of time for this stream, so I think... I mean, I finished coloring everything. I still need to add more details like the bubbles and the other stuff. But I have all of the base colors in, so I think that's where I'm going to end this stream. I will be finishing Crab Barnacle off stream. I'll show off the finished version next stream, and then when I finish Crab Buckler, the final stage, then I will probably post all 3 completed versions in my Discord server. But again, for now, I believe this is where I'm ending the stream. Again, I'll finish it off camera. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. I do not know when the next one will be. Probably not this week. If I had to guess at the earliest, probably next Monday is when I would do another stream. So, I guess I will see you guys then.